Hey guys, Brandon Hunter here. I'm out here on the lake this morning and I want to give you a quick rundown on what's going on out here. The biggest thing that I've noticed since my last report that I want you to be aware of is the lake drawdown. You know, TVA actually starts their drawdown after the 4th of July. It's a pretty good process, you know, to get it down there to those levels that they need before winter. And the biggest thing is to be extra cautious and careful when you're out here running. You know, don't cut those flats, run the channels. There's places out here that, you know, I looked at the TVA app this morning and we're at like mid 356 right now. So we're only 2 feet above winter pool and only 3 feet below summer pool. So what that means is those places that's got stumps and wood and rock and things on it, you know, that's just out of the water or just under the water at winter pool, those places have only got 2 feet of water on them. So you can't just run around anywhere out here. So if you're coming down here, bringing the family down here, even if you're coming down here for, you know, just for a vacation for fun, you got to be extra careful where you're running this time of year. A lot of people forget that. They think summertime and they see water, they go. And you got to really start being careful whenever they start that drawdown. But as far as the fishing, you know, it's August, it's late August, it's tough, fishing's tough. I've been out here doing a lot of electronics training here lately. I've not done a lot of fishing trips. The fishing, I'm still doing some trips. I actually came out here, I had a couple trips this week, couple trips last week, but I'm not working every day. I'm not on the water every single day right now. So I spent some time out here this morning just doing kind of a run around, see what's going on the lake. I caught a few on topwater this morning. We're not late enough in the year to where you can actually throw that topwater all day long just yet. We're still a few weeks away from that. Water temperatures are somewhere around 88, 89 degrees. My guess is probably later in the day, you probably see low 90s. I've not been out here in the middle of the day, you know. I've been out here first thing in the morning or late in the evening, you know, is the best time to be out here right now. A lot of shad are starting to migrate into the creeks. I'm seeing a lot of what I saw a couple weeks ago. A lot of that is going away. You know, I talked about the swim jig and laydowns and shallow cover. A lot of that's going away simply because when the water starts to fall, that shad leaves that stuff and so does the bass. So they kind of sit out there, suspend, they're hanging out, looking for that oxygen. But I'm seeing a little bit of shad migration to the creek. So a lot of things are going to start changing here in the next few weeks as we start into that late summer, early fall. You know, there's still a few things that's working. Late summer, topwater, I talk about it over and over again. If you're out here first thing in the morning, you're going to see some bait. You're going to see bait up on the bank. You're going to see it around laydowns. You know, if it's laydowns that's got water around it still, drive around till you see those laydowns that's got water, wood, cover, anything, any kind of cover, you know, you're going to find that bait. Docks, the dock pattern's still working. I was out here this morning. I actually started catching them on a walking bait. I didn't have a whole lot of wind this morning, so I wasn't throwing the plopping style baits. I was throwing a walking bait, any kind of walking bait. When you see that shad, or you want something a little more subtle, you know, like a walking bait that you can walk over and just get one's attention around shallow cover, around those channel banks that I talk about in the past. One other bait that I've really started throwing a lot here lately, and the reason I picked it up is because of the size of the shad that I was seeing, is just a square bill. This is a 6 cents Crush 50. This is the shad scales pattern, just any kind of white shad color, any kind of square bill that you like. You know, there's a lot of good ones out there. This is the one that I've been throwing a lot, and it's, you know, you can see that the color on it just, I mean, it looks just like a shad. It's a really cool looking bait. Get on that east side, even the west side, there's a few, but you want to look for those pea gravel points, those areas where there's a current break. They're pulling the water down, so therefore there's a little bit of current moving, especially as hot as it's been. First thing in the morning, you'll see the shad flicking up on the bank, up on the surface, and throw that square bill around. If I was out here late in the day, I'm still focusing on a big worm, you know, a Texas rig big worm, any kind of big worm in plum around that brush inside the creeks. You know, there's not a lot, you're not going to find a ton of brush out on the main river stuff just because the people don't put it out there just because it gets washed away. So get the mouths of the creeks, find that 8 to 10 foot drop that has brush on it and fish around that brush. Like I say, the biggest thing is the water level. The water's fell 3 feet. Be extra careful. The fishing, it's late summer. The fishing's tough. It's not great out here right now. I'm still coming out and fishing and kind of trying to stay in tune with things. We're just a few weeks away from that good topwater bite that starts around that first couple weeks of September. That'll be here before you know it. It's crazy to think that the summer is almost over with. School has started back. Things are starting to wind down. I'll get a little bit of a break here for the next few weeks. Make sure you follow my social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so that you know that whenever I post a new fishing report. Look for that here coming in the next few weeks. I'll probably wait till around the 1st of September because a lot's going to change in the next few weeks. See you on the water.